Hey there, this is Azhar Islam. Currently, I am working in a private institution that is DCIL. Right now, I am going to share something with you. Before the comments of my speeches, I would like to share some ideas. What definitely make some obstructions for you when you are just going to tell something, I mean using English. And this sessions is just supported by DCIL, and here I will just discuss about the fact how you can improve in your English, I mean how to speak English easily and fluently. Let me ask you questions about your early childhood. When you were about to walk, you were about to speak, you were about to swim, you were about to driving, or you were about to start some new things. On the time you were failed a lots of time, but firstly you made a lots of mistakes, but later on you could be able to overcome all the problems what you faced, all the hurdles what you faced in your life. But right now, why you are just feeling that hurry, to improve in your English? The improvement in English will not come in one day. So I just find out some problems that definitely come in the way of speaking. That is the shyness and fear. Think of your mistakes, lack of practice regularly, and the people's criticism. Here I mentioned that shyness and fear. When that factor is just come up with, you just feel yourself that, oh, you have shyness, you have fear. How could you improve your problems? How could you solve your problems? How could you be able to face the shyness and fear? Do you have any idea about that? Yeah, definitely idea. Why you are just feeling yourself that you have shyness? No, you do not have any shyness. You have a strong belief in you. When you are just thinking yourself that you can do, only then you can do. So you have to kick it up, that shyness and fear. Later on, the second impediment in the way of speaking English is that think of your mistake. When you are just making some mistakes, you are thinking yourself that once you are making mistake, is you are going to make the mistakes again and again. But you have to bear in mind at the same time that mistakes is the first options for improving yourselves. If you do not make any mistakes, how you would be able to make it corrections? So emphasize on your mistakes, not to quit when you are just making the mistakes. Later on, I just mentioned here the lack of practice regularly. You are just willing to speak fluently, you are just willing to speak easily, but you are not willing to work with efficiently, and you are not agree to practice regularly. So I just request you to practice regularly to improve your English so that you can speak very easily and fluently. And the final options here, people's criticisms. This is the most important impediment for the beginner. When some novice are just try to start, on the time people are just telling about themselves, you are the guy, you can't do it because previously you can't show something. So if you are just stop yourself, you give them chance to let you stop, then you will be stopped. But if you just keep it up on the time, you can be able to solve these problems. Okay, and finally I just show you some solutions how you can be able to solve all the problems what I mentioned here. Is that ignore all excuses and criticism, choosing speaking partner, speak aloud and do it more. Here I mentioned firstly, ignore all excuses and criticism. All excuses and criticism, if you do not feel any excuses and if you just ignore the criticism, then you could be able to express, you could be able to tell something in English very easily and fluently. Secondly, choosing a speaking partner. Practice is a much more important thing in your speaking. If you do not be able to find out the right partner with whom you will feel comfortable to speak, on that case your fluency will not come, because you are not feel comfortable to talk with him. In that case, you have to choose your own partner. It may be your colleague, it may be your classmate, it may be your friends, it may be your younger or elder brother, sister, or something like that. No, it's okay, but you have to find out the correct partner. And lastly, you have to emphasize on the matter that speak aloud and do it more. Speak aloud means you have to tell something, you have to speak loudly, not exaggerately, but loudly enough to make someone sense about the fact, and you have to tell something clearly. And I hope that if you just do all the things what I have mentioned here, then you will be able to overcome your speaking fluency and overcome all the problems what you just faced in the way of your speaking. So thank you very much. Again, we will appear with the new ideas. Till then, best of luck.